Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Here's Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 79 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like. For a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on second down is Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. So certainly something to watch here as Newton is now out. Now it's gone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharp. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Marshall. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, Marshall. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On second down, Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Looking to throw. Marshall. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Again, it's Kamara. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Marshall. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. First down, it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and the Eagles out in front early. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Throwing again. Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Got his target, Samuel. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down. From the gun, here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. Room to run past midfield. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
To throw is Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Marshall. And he's caught at the 7. Touchdown, New Orleans. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third.
If you're going to take a shot downfield, 2nd and 1 is a perfect time to do it. You figure you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
And it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Newton now to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets around him. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field, and it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They fake the give. Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And ready now for 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Fresh set of downs here. Play action. It's Newton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Newton. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
Out of
Put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Marshall. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Marshall.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st and 10, Marshall eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That'll be taken in the end zone. So and apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They start the second half with Kamara. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Panthers have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Here's Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 1st down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the I. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
All right, partner, you look at a play call like that, and you have to think to yourself, that's got to be one to pad the stats a little bit, huh?
He has had a great game throwing the football, and I think you're right. Maybe getting a little greedy again down near the end zone.
Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Nice job holding him out of the end zone on 3rd down, but give a big assist to the crowd. They've been with him the entire game and have spurred them on. Here in the second half, they've really helped elevate their play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Seven yards to go on second down. Operating from the gun, Marshall. Caught right side, it's Snead. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to throw. Marshall. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Marshall. To the right and complete to Galladay. 19 yards that time for number 19.
You run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And here we go on first and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on third and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on fourth and goal. They come out here in the eye. They run. It's Kamara. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. And tough starting field position here. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the end zone, Newton. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing is Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Anthony in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On second down, here's Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So second and 10 here. Throwing again. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw. Marshall. And he will find his man on the outside. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Looking to throw on second down. Marshall. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 2nd down, Newton. Now he's forced out right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the Ravens have opened things up there. If they can win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. On first down, it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 34 yards. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. From the red zone now, Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The tight end, Olsen, in motion. Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. To throw on 2nd down. Marshall. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Ooh, the juke. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's loose again. 20. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return. And they've taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the kick is good. Graham Gano connects as time expires. And the Panthers have won the football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.